So we're trying to work all 3 heads of the shoulder, and we're just trying to burn them out as much as possible. Now, with this, I threw my belt on again just to try and be safe. If you guys have a belt, I would recommend using it because, again, this is a pretty heavy movement, and we want to just try and stay as safe as possible. So once we finish that, we're going to be moving on to our next exercise, which is a dumbbell bench press. Only doing 3 working sets on this, but we're going to be doing 6 to 10 reps. And I want you guys to really focus on controlling these movements. So you notice I'm not going super heavy, but I'm squeezing, really squeezing all the way through. I'm not even locking out necessarily. Just try and keep that constant tension on the chest. And I'm just really focusing on keeping that nice continuous contraction throughout the entire range of motion. Something else to notice here is I'm not driving or I'm not pulling my elbows back and up. I'm actually letting them come in a little bit so that I'm rotating my wrists almost a little bit towards each other and my palms so that I can help keep my shoulders in a more neutral position. Again, what this is going to do is it's going to help prevent injury. It's going to keep your shoulders nice and healthy, keep them in a safe position, and allow you to really isolate and focus more on that chest. So on this one, like I said, 6 to 10 reps. If you have a spotter and you want to go a little bit harder, once you kind of get like 1-2 reps away from failure, have them do or assist you with like 3 to 5 kind of partial reps. I didn't have a spotter this morning, didn't want to grab anybody, so I wasn't able to do that. But if I did, that's what I would have done. Now, moving on to the next exercise, this is going to be a dumbbell snatch. So again, you guys saw this in the last shoulder workout, and this is going to be the last exercise for today, or well, for this morning. But dumbbell snatch. If you guys have any tips or advice on my forum, just let me know. As always, this is only like the 2nd or 3rd time I've done this movement, but there's a few things that I'm really focusing on here. 1, again, I threw my belt on to be safe. And then 2, I'm really focusing on that negative. So you'll see in the next angle, I think, what I'm talking about. I'm focusing on treating the negative almost like I would treat a standard dumbbell overhead press. So keeping that nice continuous cannot talk today. But keeping a nice continuous contraction, not just letting the weight drop down. I'm slowly lowering it, focusing on stretching out that muscle as it comes down, squeezing as hard as I can, and then just using momentum to get the weight back up there, keep my back as straight as possible, help prevent injury. And again, just pumping out 6 to 10 reps, focusing on those negatives. Really like this movement. If you guys have any tips or advice, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Boom! All right, we are finished with the workout. Pretty damn good session this morning. Time to head home, get some breakfast, and then I will see you guys for round 2. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, pretty good workout. Was super busy this morning at the gym. I mean, when I got there, that was the most people I think I've ever seen at this time of day. It was like 15 people in the actual gym and workout section. So I ended up having to kind of move things around. Still did the exercises that I was planning on doing, but I had to kind of change up where I did them. So I had to do, as you guys saw, incline instead of on the actual incline bench press. I had to do it in the squat rack. I don't care. Pretty much the entire time I was doing that, the other incline bench was taken up. So somebody doing like 10 freaking sets on the single bench. And this gym only has 1 of them. Sucks. But made it work. Then we hit our overhead pressing, as you guys saw. Pretty good. Definitely, especially on the incline, I definitely am feeling weak. I mean, I was only doing, what was that, like 155? Yeah, 155 for the majority of the sets. Yeah, just losing a lot of strength in my pressing. Part of it's because I don't do that very much anymore. I've been prioritizing more shoulders on my push days, so I'm not too worried about it. Strength is not my overall concern. I'm more concerned with actual development of the muscle. And yeah, then after that, moved into our flat barbell bench, or no, flat dumbbell. That went pretty well. With that, as you guys kind of heard in the commentary, really focus on that squeeze. Focus on squeezing your elbows up and into your chest at the lockout. That's really going to help that contraction. Um, what else? Yeah, then we hit our snatches, so dumbbell snatches. Um, Clean and jerk, snatch, I don't know what you want to call it, but really like those actually. Again, if you guys have any tips, advice on my form, please let me know. I'm just mainly trying to focus on keeping my lower back as straight as possible. Threw my belt on just because it was last exercise, last exercise. Feeling pretty weak by then, and yeah, just kind of trying to get the weight up there as much as possible, and then on the way down, nice and slow, treating it just like the negative portion of an overhead press with a barbell or with a dumbbell. So just nice and slow back down, focus on that negative. Really works the shoulder. Great exercise. Let me know if you guys give it a try, or like I said, if you have any comments on my form. Anyway, let's head home. I'm hungry. Yeah. Food! Feed me! Alright, we are back from the gym. I am cooking up breakfast right now. So we've got in the pan 2 servings of those russet potato hash browns that are pre-cut up and pre-shredded. I've got my ham in there. I also threw in a few sliced jalapenos for a little bit of a bite. I like stuff spicy. Then once this finishes cooking up, I'm gonna put that on a plate, and then I've got in here, I've got 3 servings of these egg beaters, these Kirkland egg white, and 2 whole eggs. So I'm going to throw that in there and cook it up after this guy's finished. And then I'm going to just chow down because I am starving. I don't know why I'm so hungry this morning. But anyway, that's going to be it for this morning. I will see you guys after work when we hit our second push. Yeah, push. When we hit our second push workout, focusing again on volume and hypertrophy. I'll see you guys this afternoon. Bye. Alright guys, we are back from work. It is 6:50, almost 7 o'clock. Late day at work, stuck in traffic for like 20 minutes on the drive home. But this is going to make it all better. Literally. Ghost. So, we are just about out of pre-workouts and aminos. So we figured, why not try something new? Since we've tried just about everything in all the local stores, we decided to give this a try, and we used Max's code. Max, I think is what it is, just MAXX, for 20% off. So the price actually is pretty cheap compared to a lot of stuff. But we got 2 things here. We got BCAAs because, why? Because. And we got pre-workout. So this is the Warheads watermelon, sour watermelon flavor. And this guy is the kiwi strawberry BCAAs. So I'm going to try like half a scoop of this, just because I don't want to take too much of it. Normally I take my BCAAs in the morning. And I'm going to do a full scoop of this because I'm just dead. I'm tired. It's been a long day at work. So we're going to give this a try in just a second. I'll give you guys my first impressions. First time I've tried this. Overall, packaging is pretty cool. Fancy.
The scoop's on top. The scoop's on top. It's so exciting.
All right.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
So we got half a scoop of BCAAs. This is the kiwi watermelon, kiwi strawberry. Kiwi strawberry BCAAs only with like half a scoop of water, or half a cup of water. Figure I'll be using a full scoop with a full thing of water, so we'll see how this tastes. Tastes like kiwi strawberry. A little bit weak. I'll have to see how a full scoop tastes tomorrow. But it's pretty good. Not too sweet, not too overpowering. Overall, one of the better BCAA flavors I've tasted. It doesn't taste like you're drinking some kind of powdered supplement. It tastes really Really smooth, actually. It's the best way to describe it. Smooth. And this is going to be our pre-workout. So let's give this a little lick there. Ooh, that tastes good. That's good. That's really good. Can I have this in a BCA flavor? That's really good. That's like really good. Here. You try it. What do you think? What do you think?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
If you drink that, you're going to have to come to the gym with me again. That's pre-workout. Remember.
I'm good.
So I'm going to down this nice and slow. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm not going to chug it. I'm not going to down it. This isn't a pre-workout that you just shoot. Not unless you're like really struggling for time. You drink this nice and slow. This is one that you mix it. Like I think I saw in one of their like Max's or Christian's videos, they put this in like a wine glass. It's fitting.
Says the non-drinker.
In fact, hold on a second.
Let's just zoom in on the
Boom.
50 sips of red he's going to drink.
Red. Pink, red, close enough.
In a white wine glass, it's okay.
So, pre-workout time. I'll see you guys at the gym. All right, guys, we are back. This is the PM portion of this workout. We're going to be focusing more on volume and hypertrophy. So we're going to be increasing the reps, decreasing the sets a little bit. But we're going to be starting off with a cable incline fly. Again, be sure you properly warm up your rotator cuffs, warm up your shoulders, warm up your chest before you start your workout. Cannot stress that enough. Helps keep your joints healthy. Helps keep your joints healthy and helps keep you in good, nice working order so that you can push as hard as possible. But we're going to go through 2 warm-up sets as usual, just kind of get into the movement, nice and light, and then we're going to work into 3 working sets, going a little bit heavier here, but we're going to be keeping the reps high, so around 12 to 15 reps. Focus on that squeeze at the peak, really drive your hands together, and then we're going to be doing nice and slow negatives. Now, something with this movement that I want you guys to focus on is your elbow position. So as you notice, my elbows are staying bent, but my palms are not passing my torso. They're not coming behind my back. A lot of people will tend to over-exaggerate the stretch on this movement, and what that's going to do is it's going to put your shoulders at a serious risk of injury. It's also going to put your lower back at a unsafe position because you're going to tend to want to round your shoulders forward in order just to stretch out more. But I want you guys to try and keep your lower back as straight as possible. Let your elbows come back behind your torso a little bit while you're keeping them bent, but avoid letting your palms and your hands pass your torso. Keep them out in front of your body as much as possible so that you can maintain a nice, safe elbow and safe shoulder position. Then as you come up, really focus on that squeeze. Try and bring your pinkies together if you can and drive that center of your chest. Once we finish that, we're going to move into an incline Smith machine guillotine press. Now on this one, we're doing 4 working sets, 10 to 12 reps, and you'll notice a few things here. I'm not necessarily squeezing the bar very much, and what this is going to do is it's going to help kind of create that mind-muscle connection with my chest. This is kind of a physical cue and mental cue that I like to use just to kind of take out my biceps from the movement, take out my triceps, and really isolate my upper chest. We're coming all the way down to the chest, full range of motion, and then pause, drive it all the way up. As you can see here, this is why it's called the guillotine press. We're coming basically right down to that top of our collarbone, right there. Then pause, come all the way back up. Focus on squeezing your chest. This is a movement where if you're not focused and you don't have that mind-muscle connection right, you're going to start driving through your triceps, you're going to drive through your shoulders. You really want to keep the weight light and focus on that isolation aspect of this movement. It's a really killer movement, especially as you squeeze towards the top of it. Focus on keeping your lower back as flat as possible to the bench and drive through your chest. That'll give you the best contraction you possibly can from this movement. Again, 10 to 12 reps. If you have a spotter, as we said with this morning's workout, try and get a couple of forced reps and extra reps in there at the end, but I don't very rarely do I have a spotter, and I don't really want to grab anybody because I just like to go with my workout, so wasn't able to do that myself, but if I did, that's what I would do. Now, moving on, we're going to do a single arm cable cross. On this, the reason we're doing a single arm is so that we can really focus on one muscle at a time. Another thing with this is you'll notice that I'm coming from low to high, so we're going to be focusing on that kind of upper section of the chest. You kind of see a theme here with this workout, focusing on the upper chest. Reason for that is a lot of people tend to neglect their upper chest. They'll go straight to like flat bench, flat dumbbell bench, barbell, things like that, where they can move the most amount of weight and they look cool, but realistically, you're neglecting half of the muscle. So a lot of people will tend to have an underdeveloped upper chest. So if we're going to be focusing primarily on the upper chest throughout this entire workout, and just by proxy, the lower chest is going to get some work in there as well. But on this one, we're going to do 12 to 15 reps plus 5 partial reps at the end. Now, with the partials, you'll see in a second, we're not going to necessarily, we're going to kind of change up where we do them throughout the sets. So on the first set, I did the partial kind of towards the bottom of the movement. A second set, I did it towards the center. And then on the very last set, I did the partials towards the peak. So again, just changing how we're contracting the muscle throughout all 3 working sets, focusing on different sections of it, and just really squeezing it the entire time, keeping that pump rolling throughout the entire working sets. Another thing to note with this movement, keep your lower back nice and tight. You don't want to be leaning forward. Avoid swinging the weight. We want to be nice and steady with it. Keep that form good and in check. And also, same thing as we did with the cable flies earlier. Try not to let your palms and your wrist pass your body too much. I know it's a little bit more difficult to see in these, but even though it looks like I'm coming back pretty far, that's just the angle of the camera. I'm not letting my palms stretch beyond my chest too much because I'm staying rotated to the cable, and then I'm also just squeezing all the way through the range of motion. Next, we're going to move into a dumbbell lateral raise. 3 working sets again. This one we're going to do 15 to 20 reps. So keeping those reps really high, hitting a ton of volume here. And after we finish off our 15 to 20 reps, we're going to try and throw in about 5 or more partials at the end, where we're just going to start breaking proper form, swinging, using a little bit of momentum to get the weight up there, and just forcing out as many extra reps as we can. Keep that pump rolling, push as much blood as possible, and really just force the muscle to expand, force it to grow, force that hypertrophy aspect, and break the muscle down. This is one of my favorite things to do with shoulders. Once I finish off those extra forced reps, you can see here taking a pause, and then just starting to use a little bit of momentum, and then just boom, 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 pumping them out. And this is going to just blow your shoulders up. So 3 working sets on that. Then we move into the last exercise. Actually, no. Before we move into that, something that I like to do between my working sets when I'm feeling good is I like to do some flexing. And basically what this does is when you flex, instead of resting, you're going to continue to force blood into those muscles, continue to expand the muscle bellies. And it basically is similar to like fascial stretch training. Hani Rambod's kind of famous whatever, the training technique that he developed, FST7, Fascial Stretch Training 7, but the whole purpose behind that is to force that pump to continue going, expand those muscle bellies, break down more muscle fibers, and just keep the muscle growing and keep the muscle working. Now, once we finish off the shoulder lateral raise, we're going to move into a cable reverse fly. With this one, you can see I'm leaning forward a little bit, and I want you guys to really focus on driving through your elbows and push your thumbs that are holding the cables, push your thumbs out and pull from your pinkies. So I know that's kind of hard to picture, but this is one where you can really isolate your rear delts. So hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.